up, fit friends? Swiggum here, just hanging around at North Phoenix Fit Body Boot Camp with this week's Form Friday video. And today we are going to be talking about the pull-up. All right, so sometimes pull-ups are difficult for many people, and there are ways to make that easier so you can gradually get improvement in the pull-up and get to doing a full normal pull-up. Now just a couple differences between a pull-up and a chin-up, I guess, is what I want to first talk about. Pull-up is going to be with your hands over, an over grip. All right? Chin-up would be with a reverse grip, palms towards you, okay? Both are working the back. There are just slight differences. In particular, a chin-up with your palms towards you going to involve a little bit more of the bicep. They are typically a little easier. Most people can do more chin-ups than pull-ups. The motion doesn't change too much. Obviously, it's just the main thing is the grip. But today we're going to talk specifically about the pull-up, okay? So for the pull-up, your arms are going to be roughly about shoulder width apart. Again, palms forward or an overhand grip. The idea is to get your chin over the bar. Mentally, you're thinking about trying to pull your upper sternum or chest to the bar, okay? Now, if you're not able to do a pull-up with your 100% of your body weight, that is not a problem. You can use some assistance in progressing into a full pull-up. You will notice behind me, I have a couple of what we normally call resistance bands, but in the case of doing a pull-up, they actually become assistance bands, all right? So what you can do is you put your knees or your feet into the band, and then the actual, the normal, what we call resistance, becomes assistance, and it helps take away some of the body weight and gives you assistance in completing a pull-up, okay? I'll demonstrate that here in a moment, but two ways to do this. One, you can place a foot or 2 feet in the bands, or you can put it around kind of your upper shin or about just below your knee for assistance. Well, what's the difference in that? Main thing is how tight or how much tension's in the band. If I step into the band, placing it around my foot, the band is pulled tighter, so I actually get a little bit more of assistance when I do it, okay? So a little more assistance when my feet in there. A lot of times with one foot, if you're not used to it, you're going to feel yourself getting pulled around and quite unstable. So sometimes I even suggest starting with both feet in the band just to help that balance a little bit, okay? The knee portion, if I put my knee in it, it's a little higher up, so there's not as much tension in the band, a little less assistance, okay? So feet or knees, I typically recommend starting with a foot all the way straight in there. It's a tighter band, helps you up a little bit more, okay? As that gets easier, two things you can do. One, you can find a smaller band. Here I have a black band and a green band. The green band is about an inch wide. That is going to offer more assistance, which normally would offer more resistance. This black one's about a 1/2 inch, so it's going to provide less assistance. So that would be one way to decrease the assistance as you get stronger, challenge yourself more, or again, then starting to go just around the knee instead of the full foot, which again doesn't offer as much assistance, going to make you work harder. So what are we working with the pull-up? Well, we are really working the lats, or your latissimus dorsimus. All right, that attaches pretty low, kind of back in the low back, below the rib cage on the side here, and then comes all the way up behind the shoulder. That is the primary muscle we are pulling with. When you're doing your pull-up, aside from working to get the chin over it, I want you to concentrate on pulling your elbows like you're trying to put them into your back pocket. That is going to really help you emphasize using those lats and back muscles, all right? If you're just pulling here, it's going to be a little bit more arms. You're going to have a tougher time doing it. That back muscle, that lat muscle, which when you see somebody with a big V shape, it looks like they've got wings back here. Those are big, that's your lats, okay? A large muscle, capable of doing much more than just a bicep. So you want to initially be pulling with the back And then secondarily, you also are going to be using your bicep, but that is not the primary muscle to pull with, okay? So when doing exercises like a pull of some sort, if your first motion is an elbow bend, you're primarily using your bicep. What you want to focus on is pulling with that back, and then the arms will come second or third, all right? So concentrate using those back muscles first. The arms are secondary muscles or complementary muscles with that, okay? So again, when doing this, it's nice to have some sort of platform, whether it's a plyo box or a chair, something to step up on a little bit where you can pull the band down and either get it around your knee or your foot, okay? Again, so this is the knee option. Okay? One other key to doing a nice pull-up is I want you to actually kind of, when you grab here, and as you're pulling, I want you to think that you're pulling your arms in a little bit. That'll help you get more. You'll be stronger that way than pulling outward. So it's almost like your hands aren't gonna move, but I want you to think of pulling in as you do this, okay? Another good way to help with pull-ups to improve and get stronger, if you can't do a whole bunch of them, is to concentrate and work on the negative resistance. Negative resistance is when the muscle is lengthening, that there is still resistance there, okay? So as I'm up, if I slowly or really resist going down, that is considered the negative resistance part. So for instance, I'll place this around my knee, pull up here. So if I hold here as long as I can, I'm keeping those muscles under tension. I'm strengthening them. But when I go down, really slowly drop, control myself from going down so I'm not dropping really fast. More of that slow descension. I am getting what's called negative resistance, and that is going to help me do better with my pull-ups. I will get stronger from working on the negative resistance as well. Okay, so those are just a couple brief things about the pull-up. Using some assistance, good hand placement, thinking of pulling the elbows down towards the back pocket. Think of getting my sternum or upper chest to the bar, get my chin above it, and then also concentrating on good control down, okay? Last point about the control down is if I didn't have bands or something, I'm doing a full pull hang there, and I drop really fast, I'm going to have a really heck of a time keeping my grip on there and getting more pull-ups. I'm going to waste a lot of energy catching myself on that fast drop down. I want to be nice and controlled. Pull up hard, control down. Pull up hard, control back down. So again, there's a couple of ways to get stronger with pull-ups and hopefully eventually get rid of the bands altogether and do a full regular pull-up. So again, if you have questions, as always, please message the gym at North Phoenix Fit Body Bootcamp. You can private message me or comment below, and we will get back to you relatively quickly with an answer on that. So, thanks a lot for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, guys. Be blessed. Peace.